Sasuke about to get the Elder's eyes and not the Rinnegan? These are a few reasons why I know this. The older brother was born with the eyes of the Sage of the Six Paths. It is believed that his eyes either laid the foundation for or mutated into the other two major Dojutsu in the ninja world, the Byakugan and the Sharingan. Byakugan might have a connection with the new Dojutsu. The sage's son was obviously the purest Uchiha descendant, and he had different eyes that haven't been revealed. This is a loose end that needs to be clarified. What better time for that than now? If Madara was able to obtain the sage's eyes, Rinnegan equals Senju plus Uchiha, then why would it not be possible for an Uchiha to obtain the son's eyes? Now I know some of you might be saying, oh well, Sasuke's Senju DNA now, so he's getting Rinnegan. Madara said that he transplanted Senju cells into his wound, which is exactly what Kabuto is doing to Sasuke, and Madara didn't get the Rinnegan until he was at the end of his lifespan. Although you could say Kabuto is putting modified Hashirama cells different to what Madara transplanted to himself. How can Sasuke get the Rinnegan instantly and Madara Uchiha have to wait his entire life? He won't. Obito didn't either, unless those modified Kabuto cells make a difference and speed up the Rinnegan for Sasuke. But wouldn't that just be an ass pull? There would be a true plot hole if Sasuke was to get the Rinnegan when there's a totally new, fresh option for Kishi to take and surprise us with. It would add more depth into the Sharingan and unlock something unknown. Plus I think the Rinnegan would ruin Sasuke look. It just wouldn't look right, but that's just me. Madara said something about nurturing a new eye. Rinnegan isn't new now, is it? What could he be talking about? But then again, that might mean new Rinnegan. Kishi said when he thinks of Naruto he thinks of Sasuke and builds them up to be equals. Which is foreshadowed by critically injuring both of them, and now they are both being revived at the same time. Question: what is your feeling towards Sasuke now that he has gone through drastic change throughout the series? Kishi answer: Sasuke is always in the corner of my mind. Naruto and Sasuke progress as a pair. So when I write about Naruto, I always have to think about Sasuke. They are on opposite sides of the spectrum, like yin and yang. Just think about it. Naruto represents the younger son Senju ancestor, while Sasuke represents the elder son. Sasuke is older than Naruto, so it fits in perfectly. Sasuke became rogue in search of strength and Naruto wants peace. This link has to mean something, it can't just be unintentional. They symbolize their ancient ancestors more than the actual sage himself. You can't blame the sage and say he failed. He did not fail, he did what he could do. The people at fault are the ones he entrusted. They were the start of the world's problems. Now Sasuke and Naruto's duty is to put an end to it. This has been foreshadowed by Toby. The younger son believed in love, Naruto, and the elder son believed in strength, Sasuke. They inherited these traits. This also shows how Sasuke and Naruto are in separate sides of the spectrum yet so equal, yin and yang. Some further explanations and theories. Now if Sasuke was to get this new Dojutsu this late in the manga, we would need some info as to how. Also, Sharingan and Byakugan originated from the elder son, although we haven't had any confirmed connections between them, that I know of. This might have something to do with this new Dojutsu. I'm just going to shoot some guesses relating to this. Although some might give more reason to Sasuke getting the Rinnegan instead, and some might be way off from true. Theory 2. It's safe to assume that the sage's sons were both sages as well, considering they inherited a god's power. Sasuke getting Sage Mode could possibly trigger Elder's Eyes equals Uchiha plus Byakugan plus EMS. Sasuke will get some sort of Sage Mode to fight Madara without the need of Jogo or Naruto. This would make up for not getting the Rinnegan, and might also explain the markings that the elder son has around his eyes and forehead similar to Naruto's Sage Mode. Madara did not have Sage Mode before death. Until Kabuto modified his body to use Hashi's jutsu and Madara absorbed Hashi's chakra when he pierced him with the black robes. Madara had the Rinnegan when he was Edo in his prime, but how was he revived young with a Rinnegan and not old? Why did Sarutobi come back old then, and not as the god of shinobi? Kabuto's modified cells might have something to do with that. Who knows? Elder's Eyes equals Uchiha plus Sage Mode plus EMS. Orochimaru wanted Sasuke body and knew that it's compatible with Sage Mode, through the cursed seal. We also don't know what type of jutsu Hashirama gave Sasuke before going down and what that strange feeling he got was. This might also have something to do with it. Hashirama also mentioned Izuna to Sasuke, and still even at this point Hashirama thinks Madara can change without violence, which would be ridiculous to say if it wasn't foreshadowing something. Those two will for sure come into play at some point and should benefit